Hi everyone, welcome to Anti-Burgers United. We have an AMA with Jackpot Doge, so let's get started by having you guys introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your background, about your experience in crypto in the real world, like if you have like real life job, and like if any experience applies to the project, and then we'll go from there.
Yep, sure. Let me start by saying too, I haven't been feeling well the last couple of days, so if my voice is cracking or I sound kind of off, that's why, and I apologize. But all right. With that being said, I'm Sean. I'm the CEO of Jackpot Doge. Personally, I'm a real estate investor based out of New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been doing that amongst a lot of other businesses for about 15 years now, pretty much my whole adult life. So I guess you could say I'm a career investor, made a living out of it. So tons of marketing experience, tons of business experience. As far as direct investing goes, I probably got in the stock market probably about 2007, 2008. Started investing in stocks. That's kind of when I guess got into the game. And then in 2017 is when I bought my first Bitcoin. So that's when it was kind of my entry into the whole crypto world. And then, like most people, I got into DeFi about a year ago, a little over a year ago. Same time as most with the whole safe moon craze and all that good stuff. And I started modding on some projects. One called Safe Vault, and then another called Ape. So I spent months doing that. And I've always had the finances to start a project, but I never felt like I had the knowledge. So I kind of sat back, I absorbed, and I thought of this idea maybe 6 months ago. And like I said, I kind of waited till the time was right, and I felt like I was ready to actually start a project. So yeah, that's kind of my background. If Paul wants to go ahead and introduce himself.
Yeah, I'm Paul McNamara. I'm from Ireland. I'm a mechanical engineer, just my normal job. When I initially got into crypto, I was just kind of actively trading on more centralized exchanges. But kind of trading day by day or week by week didn't really suit my hours and work. So I decided to more look for good projects, invest in those. So I moved away kind of from centralized exchanges and just looked for good projects that I could invest in early. And I've been a part of a team on the same one as Sean's in, called Ape. I'm currently in a team for another project called Vic20 as well. And this will be the third one. And I'm working away on something else in the background, but we're not going into that during this. That's me.
Okay, I'm Mike. I'm sorry, Paul. I was too fast. Yeah. I'm Mike. I'm the CEO of Jackpot Doge. I'm self-employed, live in Austria, Europe, and my crypto career started last year when SafeMoon was on the all-time high. So I bought SafeMoon, and after that I learned much about the whole crypto and DeFi space, and especially the last month. So exciting times for us. And well, some months ago, I think 4 months, Sean came to me with a very good idea about that Jackpot token. And so that was the start for exciting project, Jackpot token with several jackpots with nice utilities, and maybe we will create much more. We will do something like casino, and you'll see much more games, but I don't want to talk too much about it. It'll be a cool thing, and yeah, let's start. Thank you.
All right, so how'd you guys actually get together, like all of you? Like, did you meet at a certain project, or do you know each other outside of crypto?
So no, we don't know each other
Yeah.
outside of cryptos. Out of crypto, we Mike and I met on the on that project Safe Vault that I mentioned, which was, so we've been knowing each other for about a year, and then Paul and I met on Ape, and so no, we're actually all over the world, so we don't know each other personally, but we've developed relationships with each other for quite some time now. Trusted, very, very trusted with each other, so it's kind of how we know each other.
Okay, and I think you said that at least some of you, this is your first project, right? So is it your first project for all of you guys, or some of you guys actually been members in the core team before?
So no, this is my first time ever being a. I think the same goes for them, but I'll let them speak. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever done a project on the core team. I've only ever been, modding or something like that. But yeah, first time I've ever been a core member.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I've been on other teams, but this will be the first time I'm a core member and kind of working on it from before launch and all the rest of it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I worked as a mod in a lot of projects. I think the biggest one was Vault, Safe Vault, where Sean and I met, and was very interesting. We could learn very much with that. And then I worked with a nice friend on some degens, so I learned all sides of the crypto space, the small degen stuff, the pump and dumps, the base projects, and I was really excited. And now, yeah, it's the first time to be in a big project in a core team, and for me, it's exciting to be the CEO of that.
Okay, cool. I think we can move on to the project then. Do you guys have a presentation or like pitch deck or anything that you run through?
Yeah, we can kind of break it down real quick before we move into, I guess, some questions and some different stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead then and get started. Yeah, you guys could get started.
Yep. So we're obviously a jackpot-based token, as you can tell by the name, that rewards in Dogecoin. So obviously, there's been other jackpot-based tokens, but kind of what makes us unique is we're going to have our main jackpot, which is funded by the tokenomics, which we can get into the full tokenomics a little bit later. But we have 6% of every buy and 6% of every sell that goes to funding the main jackpot, which is what's going to pay out in Dogecoin. And then we're also going to have 2 additional jackpots, the burn jackpot, and we're also going to have a staking jackpot, all built into the contract, all ready to go at launch. And those 2 jackpots that I just mentioned, the burn and the staking, they will actually run through the Dapp, which same thing will be available and fully operational at launch. So I'll kind of let Paul break down how each jackpot works if he wants to go ahead and take the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so just as Sean touched on there, in our tokenomics, we have a 6% of every buy and every sell, which will be sent into the jackpot. So to keep it building, it's going to be 0.1 BNB within every 10 minutes. If 10 minutes goes by without anyone purchasing 0.1 BNB worth, it's going to basically sell out. So the winner will get 50% of the total built up, and then the other 50% will go into buybacks, burns, marketing, all that sort of stuff. There's another thing to take into account here. There is an upper limit for the jackpot. So say the jackpot hits $5,000 worth before without it going past the 10 minutes without a purchase of 0.1 BNB. At that point, then the jackpot actually will pay out to 2 random holders of at least 0.1 BNB of Jackpot Doge. So just with that, there's multiple ways of winning it. You can just buy it and leave as little as 0.1 BNB worth there, and you're in with the chance of winning. Or you can just actively kind of buy and wait for times where maybe it's less active to win that jackpot. With burn jackpot, basically, now all these figures can change, but from the very start, the burn jackpot is going to be up to 500,000 Jackpot Doge in the jackpot. So for a single entry, and you'll have to do this on the Dapp, for every single entry, it's going to be 25,000 Jackpot Doge. So if you want 2 entries, 50,000, 3 entries, 75,000, so on. Now, since it only goes up to 500,000, that means we're looking at about 20 entries. And then at the end of it, a random winner will be selected, and he will get 250,000 Jackpot Doge tokens, essentially 10 times 10 timesing his original kind of investment in it. One thing to note with the burn jackpot, of course, you're burning these so you don't get back whatever you put into it. So if you put in 25,000 Jackpot Doge tokens, you're not going to get those back. With the staking jackpot, this is kind of the less degen ones for more kind of conservative types, or if you want to do a bit of both, that's all good too. So basically the way this one works is every entry into the staking jackpot is going to be 50,000 Jackpot Doge tokens. So if you want 2 entries, 100,000, so on and so forth. Basically after the staking period ends, which is going to be 7 days, there's going to be 4 winners randomly selected. We don't select these now, this is actually built into the contract. But those 4 winners are going to get a split of 1 million Jackpot Doge tokens, so 250,000 each, which is 5 times the amount they invested. But also they get their staked tokens back at the end. You know, so it's not like you're going to lose anything by staking. It just means you won't have access to those particular tokens for the 7 days during the staking jackpot period. Another thing to mention with the staking jackpot, it's not like your typical staking where you're going to get back, say, a percentage every day or every week. You're literally just entering your tokens in with the chance to win the jackpot. And if you don't win, you get them back at the end. And if you do win, you come away with a lot more. And then another thing as well to mention with the staking jackpot, tying into the main jackpot, is if you want to stake your tokens, but you still want to be eligible for the main jackpot, you're going to have to leave 0.1 BNB worth of Jackpot Doge tokens in your wallet unstaked. That's essentially the bones of the 3 jackpots.
Yep.
Okay,
I also
so
think it's important to note too that we've been working on this for months, so we actually completely decided to develop the project before launch. So we didn't want to launch and then start creating the Dapp and all that stuff. So we're completely developed and ready to go at launch.
so what is the Dapp?
But what do you mean by what is it?
Oh, is it just for the jackpot for the staking?
Yeah, so it's when you get on it, we can actually share some photos too that I just got in for it. But so when you get on it, you will be able to see your balance. You'll be able to stake. You'll be able to. That's where you will enter for the burn jackpot. You will also have a countdown timer telling you when the last wallet was that bought and how long before the 10 minutes is up. You also have the jackpot where it sits at in current value. So in case people are buying and it's not getting paid out because it's been more than 10 minutes without a buy, you'll know where that jackpot's out and how close it is to paying out. So it's a lot more than just a staking. It basically gives you all the details on what's going on with the contract.
All right, so it's basically the dashboard for the jackpot for the staking.
Yep, exactly. It's the dashboard for everything for all 3 of the functioning jackpots within the contract.
But it says on the website that it will be available about 2 weeks after launch.
Yes, so that's something that I need to get on my website, guys. So it was an actual the guy I got to hire is an actual marketing firm, so they don't work on the weekends. So I haven't got them updated because at one point we weren't sure if we were going to be able to make it happen, but we are. So that it just hasn't been updated yet. Like I said, he should be able to get to it today now that he's back in the office.
Okay, all right. So you will have this available for launch then, and all 3 jackpots or the 2 jackpots plus the staking, it will be available at launch too, right?
Correct. Yep.
All right, let's go over the jackpots again
Sorry
because I
about
want
that.
to make this
got a
easy,
phone call.
so it's easy to understand for everyone.
Yeah.
All right, so part of the I see the 6% tax is going to the jackpot. So it's going to build with volume. So 0.1 BNB will be needed every 10 minutes, right? And after the buy step coming in, that's when you get a winner.
Correct.
So is this the same one that's this one?
A higher level. Yeah.
So this is kind of, okay, when the jackpot reaches roughly $5,000, the 2 random jackpot. Well, see here it says random Doge holders, jackpot Doge holders, but here it says it'll be the last one to make a purchase.
Yes. So
Yeah,
the way
go ahead,
it
Sean.
works is if so let's say your wallet buys. So your wallet buys and there's no purchase for 10 minutes. So at that point, the last wallet that purchase wins the jackpot. But if the jackpot builds to $5,000, then at that point, there's a randomizer in the contract that chooses 2 random wallets. So if we go more than 10 minutes without a purchase, the last wallet wins the jackpot. If the jackpot fills up to $5,000, then 2 random winners are chosen. If that clarifies.
So we'll be like 2 random winners as soon as it hits 5,000, or
yes. So roughly 5,000, because obviously that value fluctuates. So it'll be right around 5,000, give or take a tad. But yes, right around 5,000.
but so it's based on tokens. Like
Say
amount
that
of
again.
tokens. So the value, because you said roughly 5,000, so it's going to be like a certain token amount, right? Once a certain token amount is in the jackpot.
Yeah, a certain, well, not the Jackpot Doge. So the Jackpot Doge is going to slowly sell to build up the jackpot, and then when that jackpot reaches roughly that 5,000, then that's when it's gonna sell.
And that's going to be in BUSD or BNB.
So no, the jackpot will be in Dogecoin.
Oh, Doge. Oh, that's right. That's right. So Dogecoin is the first one.
That can change as well.
So that's the first one you guys are doing, but you said like you guys could do multiple or different ones in the future. But why do Dogecoin instead of like just doing your own native token, which will actually provide some buy pressure back into it? But with Dogecoin, like, is it like a marketing thing, or because potentially Dogecoin investors will know about this? Like, why choose Dogecoin?
Yeah, so you hit it on the head. It's more of a marketing thing. It's kind of how a lot of people kind of transition with the whole COVID thing into crypto. They got into Dogecoin, which led to safe move. So it's just one of those trigger words which kind of brings more attention. So yeah, that was kind of more of the thought process. And again, if you don't like Dogecoin, that doesn't mean you can't participate in this project, because as soon as the jackpot's paid out, if you're one of the lucky winners, you can easily swap it for BUSD, BNB, or whatever your favorite crypto is. So it's not something that you're beholden to. If you win the jackpot, you can go ahead and swap it. So I don't want everyone to think that if you're not into Dogecoin that you can't be interested in this project or can't be involved in this project.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I see. So there are 2 ways to win. One is on the road to 5,000. It's the last person who bought 0.1 BNB worth. And then after that, it's a random person who's holding at least 0.1 BNB or Jackpot Doge.
Correct.
And of course, 0.1 BNB or Jackpot Doge, that could fluctuate, right? So how do you guys determine eligibility? Because maybe 10 minutes ago, 0.1 BNB was, X amount of tokens, and now let's say it dumped. So now you need like double the tokens or something like that. So how do you determine who's eligible to win the 5,000?
Yep. So I have to 100% check with the dev, but if I remember right, it was roughly around $40 in BNB was roughly about where it's set at. So we can actually change it based on the market. If if BNB skyrockets or it plummets, so we can actually control it. But right now it's roughly going to be around $40 in BNB your wallet would have to hold.
But it's most likely, I'm assuming it's most likely tokens, right? Like you have to hold a certain amount of tokens.
No, I believe he has a dollar value put on it. That's
but
something
then
I can double check.
In the contract usually works with token amount. So you could convert it to dollar value, but most likely it's like 100,000 tokens or whatever, 20,000 tokens.
Gotcha.
Because
Yeah,
how would you be able to pull the dollar value, off of it unless you're hooked up to PancakeSwap? The contract's going to read the PancakeSwap convert that dollar value, you know what I mean? So most likely these contracts, they deal with tokens, like even like taxes and thresholds and all that. It's usually in tokens.
Gotcha. No, that's something, and that's something I can confirm. But he related to me in dollar value. But like you said, I can confirm that.
Yeah, I think most likely it's in tokens. So I think it'd be very important, of course, for everyone. This is all clear, when you launch, so everyone knows exactly how many tokens they need to be holding. If anything else, like these 0.1 BNB here, is it really 0.1 BNB, or is it a certain tokens that need to be bought? Because that's the thing. Like this one is possible. It's 0.1 BNB because that's how much they have to buy, and it could fluctuate, right? Because the price changes, so it's a different amount of tokens you need to buy. But I think this one is probably most likely have to hold as X amount of tokens, which could be set to equal 0.1 BNB, but like it has to be updated constantly if you
Yeah,
always
no, I
want
hear
it
you.
to.
Yep, no, I'm making a note of that to clarify that with him.
Okay. So then 5,000. There's like a certain time frame needs to pass, or they instantly it selects winners based on the holders as soon as they reaches 5,000.
Yes. Yeah, so as soon as it reaches 5,000, it'll select 2 random wallets by a randomizer that we have built into the contract, and then each one. So one winner will get, of course, 1250. Another one will get 1250, and then the other 25% goes to the buy and burn wallet, and then the other 25% goes to the marketing wallet.
So with the buy and burn, is it automatic? It's gonna burn basically buy 25% and then burn immediately.
Yeah, I'll jump into that for you because it does tie back into some of the other jackpots too. So the starting supply of Jackpot Doge is 100 million. And we don't have, say, a tax built into the contract that automatically burns as it goes. All of our burning comes from, say, what we get back to burn and also from the burn jackpot. So the supply will never actually go below 21 million tokens. So at the point it reaches that, the winner of the burn jackpot now gets 100% of the pot instead of 50%. And also the primary jackpot changes when it hits its 21 million tokens too. So then it changes from 60% and 40% instead of 50-50. So it's just a bit better for the winner there again.
Okay, all right. Okay, I see. So let's say this happens, right? Someone wins the 5,000, all the funds get distributed, and now you're back to zero. So what's gonna create more buy pressure to keep on, because the jackpot is only, fun, or people are gonna be buying it when it actually starts getting high, right?
Yep. So I'm hoping the excitement of the 2 people winning the jackpot, and hopefully those people will be excited and post about it on Twitter and post about it in the Telegram. So I'm hoping the excitement of seeing people win, bigger chunks of money like that, which is a lot of money to a lot of people. So I'm hoping the excitement will create that, that excitement for people to keep buying in and want to be that person that wins the jackpot.
But see, I think the issue is here when you have a jackpot, when somebody wins, the whole jackpot's gone. You have to start from zero, right?
Yeah. So say if a person buys in, and he's the only person who buys in for that 10 minutes or whatever the period is, he's actually going to get a little bit back for that too. So he's going to purchase, say 0.1 BNB worth of Jackpot Doge. He's still, if no one else buys, he's still going to get a bit of that back in Doge or whatever the current crypto is that's being paid out. So there's benefits even when there isn't people buying, for people to jump in because they might get a little bit back extra.
Actually, 1 second. Let me go figure out this. Seems like Combot's banning people.
Yeah, they have some issues, but I try my best to bring all in.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even set it up. We had another admin set it up because I usually use just Rose and Group Help Bot. All right. So let's go. I still kind of missed a little bit of that because I was trying to help these guys get unbanned. Anyway, so see, the thing is, because we have a project that we're running too, that we started. It has jackpots also, and one of the issues that we found, and that's one of the reasons, is what I wanted to have basically like a setting where you win a percentage of the jackpot, is because if you have like a certain percentage, then you can make it so it never runs dry, right? Like, let's just say hypothetically, you have a winner every hour and they only win 1% of the jackpot, then it should really never really run out. Right. I mean, you even like from 100 BNB, you win 1 BNB, and the next time you win 0.9, then 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, even without any new taxes coming in, it'll last a while, right? So with the jackpot, when you win, like I said, when you win everything and then it gets distributed, then people are like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy until maybe like tomorrow or whenever, until jackpot starts filling up again. But like you said, if no one buys, as long as you're the only one that buys like 0.1 BNB after it's 0, there should still be something back in there, right? The 6% of your buy at least, so you'll at least win back some of your taxes, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. No, I mean that's a fair point you're making, and honestly something I didn't consider. But yeah, like Paul said, no matter the amount, someone will constantly win the jackpot.
Yeah. Okay. And then this, let's say this is about the 5,000. Let's say it's two. Let's say right now you're in this stage right now. It's 2,000. So it's the same distribution, right? The 50% goes to 2 winners, or is it just the 1 winner, and it's only 2 winners when it hits the 5,000?
Correct. So it's 1 winner, which is that last wallet address, if it doesn't hit the 5,000. So they actually
And
get a bigger piece of the pie, even though
they
it's
get the
less money.
50%, right? They get 50%.
Correct. So
Yeah.
they're
And then
making
the other
less money
50%
of the
still goes to
Correct.
burn back, buy back and burn and all that. Okay.
Yep. And I don't think I answered your question. So right now we do have it manually set that it doesn't automatically buy back and burn. We wanted to kind of keep it to where we can even communicate with the community, because sometimes that money might be better to use for a certain piece of advertising or something like that instead of a buyback and burn. So it goes to the buyback and burn wallet so everyone can track it. Excuse me. But it doesn't automatically buy back and burn. We actually have to initiate it. But we just wanted to keep that available in case there was something maybe more valuable that we can do with those funds instead of a buyback and burn. Because I'm just realizing you asked that question and we kind of glazed over it.
Okay. So right now it's just manual
Correct.
buyback and burn. But there's no way that instead of basically you do have to burn, or is it just a wallet that you could technically do whatever you want with it, or is it in the contract that it has to be burnt?
No. So it's not. We did not put in the contract that it has to be burned. Like I said, we wanted to leave it available to give us the option to do something maybe better. Like maybe there is a YouTube video that we wanted to get made or something like that. So we kind of wanted to leave it kind of open-ended on how we spend that money, with probably some input from the community as well.
Okay, so it's really just a buyback. It's not really a burn because you guys could do whatever you want with the tokens.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
So it more than likely will be used for buyback and burns, because 99% of the communities love buyback and burns. So more than likely it will, majority of the time, be used for buyback and burns. But if it's not used for a buyback and burn, that would be something that we would communicate.
Okay, now there's another one, right? Let's go over this one, the burn jackpot. So you will have to send tokens to the wallet. I'm assuming this is a burn wallet.
Correct.
And you will receive 1 entry. Once the burn jackpot has 500,000 tokens, random wallet that contributed at least will be eligible to win. Okay, so it's kind of like you're buying a ticket in a way. You send 25,000 tokens, you get a ticket.
Exactly. Every 25,000 you spend, you send, you get 1 ticket basically. And it only lets you send in denominations of 25,000, and then you get 1 ticket. And then once it receives 25,000 tokens, at that point it'll pay out 250,000 to the winner, and then 250,000 goes straight to the burn. wallet, and then this is built into the contract. This is not something that we have access to in any kind of wallet. So this is done strictly through the contract.
So how often does this happen? Like, how does this trigger?
So it depends on the amount of people that want to participate. So as soon as the contract collects 20 tickets, basically of 25,000, which is 500,000 starting out, then it will pay out. So there's no time limit. It just depends how many people want to participate. It can fill up in seconds or it could take days. Just kind of depends. And that number can fluctuate based on the value of the token. So let's say we skyrocket. Obviously, people aren't going to start putting in 25,000 tokens if they're worth, a pretty significant amount of money. So we can actually lower that value to make it more appeasing.
Okay, so the thing with this one I see is like if you're a gambler, and you calculate odds, you calculate your chance of winning over a long period of time.
Yep.
I see it gets triggered at 500,000, right? But you only win 250,000. So your chance of winning is 1 out of 20, but you only win at 10x.
Yeah,
you only win half of it. But when you play poker, for example, or a blackjack, it's roughly 50-50. The casino has an edge, maybe 1% over you, or the house has an edge. So over a long period of time, let's say you win 49% of the time, and the house wins 51. That's kind of like how the casino makes money. In this case, you're going to be able to win only about half the time of what the house is winning. So it seems like it's not very profitable to play this jackpot, because your chance of winning is 1 out of 20, but you only win at 10x. So you're only going to win once, let's say every 20 times. And then when you do win, you only get 10x. So you're not going to even break even.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way I looked at it when I did, I was kind of basing it off of a lottery ticket, that you're basically, buying a lottery ticket. And what do you do when you buy lottery tickets? 9 times out of 10, well, 99% of the time you lose and then you throw the ticket away. So that's kind of how I was viewing it, I guess you can say, whenever we thought up the idea.
Yeah, but with lottery, it's more of like you have a chance of winning, $300 million, and your odds are maybe like one in a billion. So it's still not really worth it. But then a lot of people start buying the lotteries once the odds are actually worth it. Like basically it's feasible, mathematically feasible to, because then you could buy every single ticket out there, every combination, and you still make money, right? So let's say the jackpot is like 300 million, but your odds are only 1 out of 100 million. So all you got to do is spend $100 million on tickets, get every single number, and then you'll be able to win 300 million, right? So that's kind of when it actually makes sense to you and play the lottery. That's what I'm trying to say here. Here's like you win 10x, but your odds are 1 in 20. So it's not really like a smart gamble in a way. You know what I mean? Because I mean I trade. I'm a trader. I trade stocks, crypto, all that. So the way to make money with trading, I mean, you could gamble too, where it's like 50-50. You buy, it might go up, it might go down, 50-50. But you increase your odds because you do technical analysis. You buy, you do some kind of analysis or buy because of news. So every little edge you get is going to, over a long period of time, it increases your chances of winning. And that's kind of how you make money in trading, right? You don't go big and, gamble and, you like lose everything or win 10x. That you normally you risk small percentages, maybe 1%, 0.5% of your trading account. And if you have like 60% win chance, over a long period of time, you're going to build that up. But you get that higher win chance because of, it's not just gambling. It's more like educated guessing in a way, because you have technical analysis, you have other types of analysis, right? But with this one, it seems like your odds are always going to be not in your favor, right? Because you always win at 10x, but it's kind of like if this was a shit coin or like a pre-sale, and you have a chance of 10xing on your pre-sale, but your chance is only 1 out of 20 chances, you'll get rugged 19 out of 20 times. You know what I mean? That's like one way of looking at it. That's why I don't know if anyone will play it. If anyone's smart will actually play it, because you know what I mean? Because if it's like you win 100x but your chances of winning is like 1 out of 100, or maybe a little bit worse. So you still make money at the end. Maybe you win 100x, but your chances are like 120 or something, 1 out of 120. Then it's a lot closer to 1-to-1. So people will still, I think, will gamble. But if it's like half, then over a long period of time, like you're kind of guaranteed to lose money. So I would say, honestly, I would suggest to maybe look over those numbers, because I think this jackpot is not really worth playing.
No, and that's a fair point. And we've always promoted it as the riskiest of all jackpots. But I guess I thought 1 out of 20 to win 10x was a pretty decent idea. But like I said, it's built into the contract that all this could be modified, so we're not held prisoner to the current situation of the burn or the staking jackpot, for that matter. So all these numbers can be changed and stuff like that. If we decided, like you said, no one's playing, or that we needed to make their odds better, we can modify that.
Yeah. Okay. So that could be all modified. Yeah, because like I said, like we have lottery too, and like currently, just to give you an example, right now our odds are 1 in 100, right? 1 in 100, and it costs basically you have to buy 100,000 tokens, but you win 3 million. So you win 3 million, so you get like a 30x if you win, but your chances are 1 out of 100. But the thing is, you're not really spending your token. I mean, your money. You're not burning it. You're still getting the tokens, so it's not costing you. Technically, you're gonna win after 100 times, right? You're gonna win after 100 wins. You're gonna have after 100 times, because it's 1 in 100 odds. You have a very good chance of winning the jackpot. So you'll buy 1 in 100,000 tokens. You'll buy 10 million tokens, and you win 3 million. That's kind of like the odds.
Gotcha.
But the thing is, you're not really spending 10 million tokens to win 3 million, because of course no one would ever play that. It's just, you're buying the tokens, so it's not costing you. The only cost really is going to be if you're going to sell it and buy it and sell it, play it again, the taxes. That would be the actual cost. But so in your case, it's more like you have to buy 20 times to win, 10, or like buy like 1 million to win 500K, or no, burn 1 million to win 500K. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the difference. So that's what I'm saying. Like, probably I would change the numbers around, make it a lot closer. Like maybe like 1 in 100 and you win 100x, or like 1 in 120 you win 100x. You know what I mean? Something where you still have the edge.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So anyways, yeah. Moving on.
No, that's a fair point.
I'm moving on to the next one. Okay. Let me look this again. So staking, 7 days, stake 50,000 tokens. You get 1 entry, 50,000 tokens. 4 winners splitting 1 million. So every 7 days you're gonna have a drawing, right?
Yep, roughly every
tokens.
7 days. Yep. So the drawing will open. I'm saying drawing. I'm sorry. The staking will open for 24 hours, and then everyone that wants to stake will have 24 hours to stake their tokens, and then at that point it closes for 7 days.
Okay. Hold on, guys. By the way, anyone that's trying to enter, just use this link to enter. I know like people are stuck in the portal, it seems. So just use this link. Tell them just to click on it directly. For anyone that's still stuck.
Great, thank you.
That way they can go directly to our chat. Yeah, I have to clean it up because for some reason the bot doesn't always clean up the messages. So then it kind of gets confusing. Like, oh, you have to look at the pinned message with the portal. So that's kind of one issue that we have, is sometimes that Rose or group help doesn't actually clean it up. But anyway, all right. So this one is you stake. See, this one I like more because you're just staking. You're not actually burning, so it's not really costing you to play.
Yep.
Yeah, different games for different mindsets, I think.
Yeah. So this one, I feel like this one is okay. You know, 4 winners splitting 1 million, and of course, you know, those could all be changed too, right? So you
Exactly.
stake.
All numbers are
So
interchangeable.
what you guys are doing basically, instead of like having like an APY type of thing or like reflections token, it's more exciting because instead of everyone getting like a percentage of reflections based on holdings, where it's like really after day 1 or 2 after volume dries up, it doesn't mean much. It's like you have a lot fewer people getting that reflections in a way, but it's a lot bigger. It's because
Yeah.
you only have like 4 winners
Yeah.
instead of 1,000 holders getting like 5 tokens. So I like that because that's actually like similar idea to what, like I said, like what we had instead of reflections. We just have we had a lot of lotteries too in our contract and our first down cap. So it's very similar actually. The different mechanisms, of course, but that's the whole point too. It's more of like you don't get reflections, but if you buy 100,000 tokens, you play this lottery. If you hold diamond hander, you play the golden, diamond hand lottery just for holding. You don't even have to stake. It's actually our version of staking. It's like you just hold in tokens. It's kind of similar thing. And there's also like a different lottery where it's based on just doesn't matter how big your wallet is, you get one chance. So it's kind of like equal employment opportunity in a way. Everyone has the same chance of winning. Yeah, so I do. This one's cool. I like this one too. The only one,
Can
like I
I
said, I don't. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I say something to that? But kind of what my thought process was creating this
Yeah.
token that I didn't kind of touch on. Excuse me. But okay, so my thought process was, so you have all these reward tokens, and the whales, they get the vast majority of all the reflections and all the rewards. And, most people in this space, they are the little guy. So I wanted to kind of even the playing field to where, yeah, not everyone is getting paid payouts every single day or every week or however it's set up, but that smaller guy has an opportunity to win a lot of money just like the bigger guy does. So I kind of like the idea of kind of leveling the playing field and giving someone that they might not have $10,000 to invest to soak up all those rewards, that same opportunity to actually make some money as the person that does have the $10,000 to invest. So that was kind of one of my thought processes behind the token, and then obviously everything's jackpot based. So that was kind of my
Okay.
thought process.
So the jackpot part is cool. It's kind of like a set of reflections, which are really kind of boring in a way. Like, and all the projects die anyways from reflection.
Yep.
This is a little bit different, which is I like because, like I said, we're doing a similar thing. So, but is there any other like utilities or use cases or like any point? Because I feel like the problem is, of course, with any of the reflections or jackpot type, if there's no buys coming in and the volume dries up, like if the jackpot's low, then the whole point of buying is not really there. You know what I mean? And unless people, of course, believe that the price is going to go up, and that's kind of like the main reason to buy. So then it circles back down to marketing. So the way to make the project successful is you market it, you bring new investors in. There's dips, the G's get out. Then the whales come in at dips. So that's why it's actually very healthy to have sellers too. You want people selling, so new guys could come in. And then hopefully, you could take your marketing and you could snowball it. You bring more people in, you pay for marketing, and then you get new guys. It kind of repeats itself, right? So, like, what other plans are there? Just okay, there's just the jackpots and everything, which is most of the majority of the tax is going to that, right? Because I see 6% jackpot, 30% marketing development, 2% liquidity. So that's 11% tax for buys and sells. Is
Correct.
there ability to raise the tax, or that's the maximum you could have? You can't like increase it.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
been
So
capped.
let me speak on that real quick before we answer your previous question, because it's something very important to note, is that for the first 48 hours, the way we have it set up, and it's in the contract for anyone that can read contracts and want to see it. The first 48 hours, the sell tax will be set to 22%. So everything will double, 12% to the jackpot, 6% to market, and 4% to liquidity. And then once the 48-hour mark is hit, it drops it back to its original 11%, but it's also written in the contract that the sell tax can never exceed 22%, and the buy tax can never exceed 11%. So if you go through and read the contract, the dev set up a lot of stuff for me to make it to where, you know, we couldn't do anything nefarious with the contract as far as making it a honeypot or anything like that.
Okay. All right. So
But yeah,
22% is the max.
Yep. So, and yeah, we're going to advertise that heavy because I don't want anyone getting into it not knowing that, you know, the sell tax is 22% for the first 48 hours. So that's something that we're definitely going to push as we approach launch and mention it on every AMA and things like that.
All right.
And it just means as well, after the pre-sale and after launch and everything, you're going to have people who do sell. So it just means the jackpot's going to fill up that much quicker, which is all the better for early investors.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with having higher sell taxes in the beginning, right? Because especially the snipers, like if a sniper's gonna snipe, you kind of want them to pay for it. I mean, I don't agree with like banning or blacklisting snipers or anything like that, because after all, they're people that they're just trying to buy in earlier, right? So I feel like devs that like blacklist snipers or have some kind of excuse, or like, oh, we launched a contract, by the way, that was a fake contract to catch the snipers. I feel that's a scam, you know?
Yep. Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
At the end of the day, they're scamming other guys, other investors, and it's in the name of anti-sniping, which is kind of bullshit. You know, it's kind of because I feel like, you know, if you want to snipe, I mean, if you advertise anti-snipe, do the anti-snipe, but it's a free for all, right? If they get caught, they get caught. Whatever anti-snipe measures you have, but I feel doing like shady shit, like start launching like fake contracts, and then you saying, oh well, we just caught the snipers, now here's the real contract, but then you end up sharing a real contract anyways with your friends and family. I mean, so there's a lot of bullshit and douchebaggery going on in this space. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm okay with the whole, you know, higher sell tax, especially in the beginning, because it'll punish the Jeets, and it's good for the holders, right? Because if you're not going to be selling in the next 48 hours, then it doesn't really matter for you. It actually will only help the project, right? If it's going back to the taxes and to the jackpots.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing is,
What was that?
Hey, was that Mike trying to talk?
Are you all right, Mike?
Well, what I was gonna say was that idea was brought up to me, and I shot that idea down really quick. About blacklisting wallets and stuff like that. Oh, there he is. Let him go.
I'm sorry. Just wanted to talk about the marketing before, because what I wanted to say is it is really okay if people want to sell in the first hours. So, you know, we decided to double the sell tax, and we prepared a real nice post-launch marketing. We will have some nice YouTubers on day one. Crypto Zeus will do a great video about us. Then we will have Crypto Moonlight and the charming boy Stephen Clark. Maybe some more will follow. And we will also do the standard marketing, like PooCoin ads. We will do a great TikTok advertising campaign and much more. So you will see we will spend the funds wisely. And for the most of the post-launch advertising in the first weeks, we already paid. So we prepared for that. That's what I want to say.
Okay, all right. So let me go. Actually, since we're talking about that, let me look at the pre-sale. Like I asked you before the AMA started, so can you guys also talk a little bit about the cookie sale? I know you said the advantages are it's cheaper fees, but I feel like the thing with launch pads, some smaller ones might be cheaper, but then I feel like the larger ones also have maybe you get more exposure. You know, like Pink Sale, for example. Like, yeah, they charge up the ass, which is I don't agree with. You know, for like KYC, for having an AMA with Pink Sale. Honestly, I do feel like they are money grabbers. They don't really care about investors, about projects. They pretend like they do, but they don't. But one thing about them, that the advantage they have is because they're still number one currently. And when you launch with Pink Sale, there's probably potential to get more investors as of now, at least, because there is more exposure, right? And of course, hopefully that will change. So it's more of like, well, do I really go with some other exchange? And yeah, it's lower fees, but then exposure might be lower too. Or do I go with Presale and I got to pay more from the pre-sale, but actually maybe it'll fill faster. Maybe it's easier to fill because, Presale has more exposure. So what was your guys' like thought process and idea behind like going with like cookie sale? Because honestly, I don't think I ever actually used them before for pre-sale.
Yeah, they're a newer
Well,
platform. Oh, Mike, if you wanna go.
yeah, I'm sorry. It's a new platform, and I like the platform because you say it's cheaper, and so we can use the funds better. Yeah, we decided to make some cool AMAs, big AMAs. So we have you today. We are here, and that's important for us. And I think it's cool to give a new utility exchange a chance and to work with them. Why not? And for me, it's so important that they don't charge tokens because I know it from a lot of pre-sales. They will dump their tokens, their bag at once at the best time, and you will see a massive red candle. And we, as I said, we decided to make a lot of very good AMAs, and that's very important for us, I guess.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Boria, while we're talking about pre-sale marketing, I might jump in here a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, I'm Days with Conda Labs, and they brought us on to help out with their pre-sale marketing. They did fully docs to us, so I just want your group to know that we believe it's fully secure. Your investment is secure in this thing. Like he mentioned, we came in a little late, but we're just now kicking off some pretty strong marketing towards this pre-sale. We've got a lot of promos and a lot of AMAs planned, some of them really with some really big groups coming up throughout this week. And originally, Sean wanted to do the right thing for his group and had opened that up on cookie sale with the intention of like giving his early believers a chance to get in first. But then we all kind of like had a discussion about it and kind of talked about the fact that if you're not doing the whitelisting leading up to a pre-sale date, that it's just, harder to get that launch pressure and stuff. And so that's why they made the decision to go ahead, pause it, and switch over to a whitelist only. And now we're working together with them to just get a lot more buy pressure, get a lot more interest in this thing and then build up that buy pressure at launch. But yeah, I just wanted to say they're a really great team. These guys they don't give up. They don't stop. It's been good getting to know them. And then even after, after the launch, I think there's a lot of possibilities here. He mentioned some of the marketing they've already planned, but they have a great chance to do like targeting and social media by using the Doge group, because you can easily target those Doge investors. So I think that there's actually probably a lot of room for them to do some cross promotions that way, especially with social media marketing.
Yeah, you brought up a good point. So for anyone that doesn't know here, guys, Conda Labs is officially working with us, with Anton Ruggers, as a CMO. And they're a trusted marketer group where they actually will not promote a project that they don't feel good about. So as far as I know, at least, any project that they are marketing, they are promoting, they fully docs to them, and so the trust factor automatically is a lot higher than like just a generic Presale project, for example, or just like a random project, because the Conda Labs guys, they wouldn't even waste their time promoting a project that they actually thought like something negative about it, right? So this is actually like automatically extra points, as like in the vetting process, as you would say, for a project where they are actually behind, and that is one of the reasons why they're also working with us when they'll be promoting and marketing our projects, including the NanoCap #2 and iWin and all that other stuff. So speaking of that, I do want to touch bases on the audit. Like, what's the status of the audit? What's going on with that? Because this token, it has multiple lotteries. It seems to me like, I don't know, maybe if is it a fork or not? It seems like it's a original contract, so it's important
Oh,
to have someone look at it.
yep. So it's an original contract. We spent weeks. Now I'm not Solidity Dev, so I didn't actually do it, but it's someone that very very trusted to me, and he was actually really busy, and I actually waited on him because I wanted him to do it because I trust him. But I actually talked to see who's doing our audit, and it should be out any day now. But yeah, it's currently being done. And I agree, it is an original contract, so it does need to be looked at. Make sure everything's good, everything's safe, everything's ready to go. But it should be here in the next few days. We should have it definitely before launch.
Who is the actual contract developer?
So it was a guy named Mr. Green Crypto, which is through a friend of mine named his name's Matt. He did I'm not sure, he could have done an AMA with y'all for all I know. He created a piece of technology called True DeFi that's getting really popular. But yeah, Mr. Green Crypto is who actually wrote the contract.
Okay. What about the audit? What company is doing the audit?
So that's being done by Rug Seekers, the same people that did our KYC.
Okay. And who's KYC? Is like all three of you guys?
So I officially am, and then I did it obviously with Conda Labs as well. And then Paul is in the process of getting his KYC as well.
And who will be like in charge of the contract, like the contract owner, the one who could change all the taxes and do all that?
So that'll be me.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So, and like I said, I'm completely KYC.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Let's go talk about the the tokenomics then. So with taxes are going to be 11%. Let me look at the actual distribution. So there's a private sale, 36% pre-sale. Let's see, what does it say on the website on here? 36% pre-sale. Liquidity will be 65% of pre-sale, right? So out of whatever you guys raise, 60 to 120, 65% of that is going to go to liquidity. And the actual pre-sale itself is 36% of all the tokens. And okay, so there's a couple ones missing, right? 40 plus 36 doesn't add up to 100. So I'm guessing the rest of it is these ones, the private sale and team.
I'm talking about all the tokens. If you look at the breakdown, hold on, I have to look at it. So I gotta put my eyes on it. Let's see. So yeah, it's 24%. You're talking about the total token distribution, right?
Yeah. So okay, I see 36% pre-sale. So it says 24% is public and 14% is private.
Yep. So we had a private sale, which was 14%, which we filled that. Then we have 36% of the supply for a pre-sale. Then 24% is going to Pancake. 5% is going to the team, and then we're going to have 21% that will be for burn, centralized exchanges, later use that will be locked. So that's your 100% allocation when you add all that up.
Okay, so the private sale, how much has been raised in private sale?
So that was 40 BNB. Yep.
Okay, 40 BNB, and what was the token price compared to like pre-sale price?
So okay, this is a good question. So they got 350,000 tokens per one BNB, and then pre-sale get 300,000 tokens per BNB. So not that far off.
Okay, that's not that big of a difference. Okay, so 40 BNB, 350,000. Pre-sale is 300,000, and that's what you guys are using. All 100% of that 40 BNB is going to be used for marketing, right?
Yeah, so I developed everything, contract, the Dapp, everything I've developed out of my own pocket. So yeah, none of those funds went towards any type of development. So all those funds are going towards marketing. Correct.
All right, cool. And then this 24% public sale, what does this mean? Is this just the liquidity?
Yes, that's the liquidity, exactly. So Pancake swap.
Okay, I get it. So 5%. Is that locked?
So no. So we didn't lock. No one's vested, I guess you can say. So no, we didn't lock anything. Now, if it,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to make anyone on the team lock their tokens, but if the community would say it would make them feel better for me to lock my tokens, I would gladly lock my tokens.
All right. So the team's not locked or vested, but you said the burn 21% will be.
Yeah, so the access tokens that we have left over, we're gonna pull out a few for like to start with the staking jackpot and stuff, and then yeah, the rest will be locked away for probably
All right.
30 days, like a 30-day rolling cycle probably.
Okay. All right. So the 5%, and then the rest of them is basically just the pre-sale. I mean, the public sale that you had. I mean, the private sale, the 40 BNB, and the rest of it
Correct.
is just gonna be liquidity and pre-sale. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. And speaking of marketing, because this project, right, it's the main use case is the lottery. So you need to bring in new investors. You know, there's no like game or play to earn or like those gimmicks. It's mainly just the lottery. So what plans do you guys have to, let's say, blow this up from, I don't know what the market cap is going to be, like a couple
It'll be
hundred
roughly
K?
75K, I believe, is the numbers that it would start out at launch, if I'm not mistaken.
That's if you fill the hard cap, right? 120, then it's
Correct.
going to be 10.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
so let's
as
say
far as
75K. Let's go, let's say 10x, 750,000, let's say 100x, 7.5 million. What are the plans? What are you guys thinking you'll be doing to get
Yep.
there?
So obviously we wanted to completely develop it up until this point. We didn't want to launch prematurely. But after we launch, so I don't want to give all the details yet because I mean I don't want the idea taken, and we're still kind of I guess narrowing down the exact stuff. So the first thing we're going to turn our attention to is that we're going to have an NFT line coming out. I guess the hint that we can give for people that are familiar with the Powerball, it'll be Powerball based NFTs. It kind of fits with the jackpot theme of our token, which it's going to directly benefit the Jackpot Doge token, and it'll also have value too for the people that buy the NFT. It's not going to be an APY, but they will have value, which we'll discuss, as it approaches. And then we also plan on building a multitude of other games through the Dapp, from a scratch-off game to roulette to all kinds of different stuff, kind of like you were talking about, which, we haven't decided on fee structures, but everything would go back to benefiting the token. So we kind of are just going to kind of launch with everything we discussed today, move into the Powerball, and then move into fleshing out the Dapp, along with obviously steady marketing, and would love to even kind of do some more mainstream marketing for for the Dapp that we're building.
Okay, awesome. And another thing that I want to talk about, and then I think I'll open the community after this. So the big thing with private sale, right, is if all the private sale funds is getting spent to market pre-sale, let's say you don't fill the soft cap because you need a soft cap to launch, and now you have 40 BNB that has been spent from the private sale guys. So how will you solve this problem?
So as of right now, I'm only planning, unless it's just not working. As of right now, I'm only planning on spending 20 of the 20 BNB for the pre-sale marketing as of right now. So we're planning on having at least 20 BNB of private sale left for launch.
Okay, so just in case something the worst comes to worst, doesn't fill, you'll just use the 20 BNB, and the private sale guys will be like, that'll be like your public sale in a way.
Yep, correct. And when we also started the first market, I actually came out of pocket initially. So we just started digging into the private sale. So yeah, the plan's to have roughly 20 BNB, like you said, for instances like that. I plan on having about 20 BNB from the private to go towards that.
Okay, all right. And okay, so guys, I know some people had questions here, so I'm done with my questions. So let's go open to the public now for community questions. I know some guys were asking earlier. Where are they at? I hope it's not about some marketing proposals, because those are really annoying. When they come in the AMA, sir, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, if I got 0.1 BNB for every marketing proposal, the pre-sale would be filled already.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, guys, we're giving away whitelist spots to this, so there's a sweep widget, but I think we're doing 20 anyways, right? 20 whitelist spots for the guys in here for the AMA. So, and if you want to, of course, if you want more, then you could always sweep widget.
Exactly.
All right, so I think honestly, like it's probably gonna be roughly 20 anyway. So I say just we'll probably get everyone just to DM someone their wallets, and then we'll get that sorted out. I think DM Zconda or Days. What do you guys, Days? What do you say, or Zconda? Like we'll just get the guys to DM you for the whitelists.
Yeah, that's fine, man. You can have them DM me at Days Work.
Okay, cool. So for the whitelist guys, if you want the whitelist, and like I said, this project is marketed by Conda and Conda Labs, and they don't really waste their time on projects that they think are going to rug or have issues or are scammy, and plus they are docs with them, so it's automatically more, the project is already like more safe than like the average or even like the 90% of the other projects launching on, like, let's say Pink Sale. So, and it's fairly low market cap. I mean, market cap is only 7,000 or so, 120 BNB hard cap. Like the only thing is I don't really like is max buy a 5 BNB, because if it's 120, that is a fairly high percentage for one person. But I mean, that's also makes it easier to fill the hard cap too. So sometimes the devs have to like, figure out like a sweet spot. If we lower this too much, if the max buy is very low, then it's harder to get the hard cap filled too. So
also, one of the reasons too why the max buy is a little bit bigger is because we want people to have some gambling funds for the jackpots and stuff,
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so it's not really that big of an issue, because I mean, if the whales are going, or if they're gonna sell, with the 5 BNB buy and it goes to 3x, whatever, they're gonna have 15 BNB dump. That just gives it an opportunity for someone else to come in. I think as long as devs are doing their job, projects should not really be tanking. And you can't really blame the Gs, because usually the Gs are selling because they don't believe in the devs anymore. So when I see that, I usually, we actually welcome Gs. We want in our community, we want Gs to sell because we're waiting to buy in ourselves most projects. Yeah, but yeah, guys. Any more questions? Anyone has any questions, guys? Come on.
I do want to say though, if you get in for the pre-sale, make sure to stake right away, because they do have some marketing plans post-launch, and it's only a 7-day lockup, so you will be safe, and then you'll be in the jackpots and all that stuff. So it's not just a quick pump and dump. They do have some legit marketing plans post-launch, and I'll be helping them with that as well. So.
And by the way, when is the audit going to be done, do you think? Because that would be actually probably be helpful for the pre-sale too.
Yep, it should be in the next few days. Like I said, I just touched base with him. And he said it's at the top of his list of things to get done. So it should be coming any day.
Okay, cool. So the thing is with pre-sales, a lot of times everyone's waiting to the last minute, or like they're like seeing it, trying to wait until it starts filling up, and then they fill. Because we did like a pinned post for the Pink Sale Seifu Fair launch. I think it was like Tic Tac or something, and they had like 1 BNB or 2 BNB in there, and then like last day or something, it filled like 120, 130 BNB. And that's kind of what I predicted. I said, you know what, it's probably not going to fill at all until like the last couple hours. And I believe that's what happened. So I think this one is probably going to fail for sure, because, we still have 9 days. And if it doesn't fill now, it's probably going to fill in the last couple hours.
Yeah, well, we switched it from public pre-sale to whitelist pre-sale under my advisement to them, because we have some, we have this AMA coming up. We have other big AMAs and promos coming up as well. And I have, some my community of investors that want to get into it too. So make sure you guys get your whitelist spots, and it might be a little bit of a gas war, so make sure you get in there.
Why would there be a gas war though?
This is gonna be hyped, man.
But you could buy already. It's already launched. I mean, the pre-sales already started.
No, it's changing to whitelist only.
Well, hold on.
It was for the early birds. It was for the early birds, Jazz.
Hold on. So this pre-sale right now, you can't contribute.
I think it's only. I think the public pre-sale is paused, and then we change it to a whitelist only. Is it still public right now, guys, or it's whitelist right now, right?
Oh no, it's whitelist.
No, it's whitelisted.
I mean, it says I could contribute, but no. But what I'm trying to say is, as long as the people in here get the whitelist spot, they could go in right after the AMA once you guys add them in, and be able to contribute. It's not like you're gonna like start a new pre-sale where it's gonna like gas wars and fill in 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically, you're right. We need to talk. We need to talk as a team and decide exactly what we're gonna do. Have we decided on the exact day, or are we just? But you are right. And once I whitelist the wallet, it is open technically. But Mike, what did we decide?
I mean, technically, we could fill it if we had 20 whitelisted. 5 BNB buy.
Yeah, technically right now, so as of right now, yeah, you can. If you're whitelisted, you can get in, I think. But we might change it to whitelist pre-sale on Monday, on the launch day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I would wait to put the whitelist contracts in until that day, or the whitelist addresses, I'm sorry, that day.
Wait, so hold on. So right now, anyone could contribute?
If you have
no. If you have, no one can, not just anyone can contribute right now.
So what do you mean you're gonna put in the whitelist in the last day?
So I was saying, if we wanted to make it just a 1-day thing, we could wait to whitelist the addresses the day that we're gonna do the pre-sale. If we decided we wanted to do it, like on the 27th or the 26th or whatever.
Nah, man. You know what you guys should do? You should just keep it the way it is. Do the AMA, get the whitelist spots, and they could, as soon as they're added after, every day or every AMA, people could contribute. Because I feel if you wait too long, people might lose interest.
No, yeah, you're right. That's a discussion that we should have with Conda and decide.
I'll tell you what we'll do for anti-records. For sure, we'll whitelist you guys as soon as you send in your addresses. We'll whitelist you guys. You could buy as soon as possible, and then just make sure you do it quick because we're not sure what we want to plan on doing. So just get in there, get in while you can. We have some big AMAs coming up.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Ask the question.
Yeah, so I have two questions. The first question was a couple of days ago when I invested my first BNB. It was saying something like 18.00, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember. But a day after, it was 17.9. Like, what happened? Why did some BNB drop down, or what happened? Do you know?
Yeah, so I did get your question relayed to me, and I reached out to Cookie Sale. So obviously, I have no access. Like, us as a team have no access to that BNB. It's held by Cookie Sale. But apparently, I'm not sure if this is normal practice, but with Cookie Sale, you can take back your contribution if you so choose. So someone must have taken back a small contribution for that to happen.
I see.
But that was the response that I got from Cookie Sale.
All right, I see. And the second question is, you said something about there was a project that you doxed to. I'm not sure if you mentioned something about it. Because you guys are not doxed, right?
Oh no, we're doxed. Yep.
No, they're not doxed publicly. They're not doxed publicly, but they're doxed to Conda Labs.
Yeah, and Rug Seekers as well. Yep.
Conda Labs.
And Rug Seekers, yeah.
Yeah, and what Sean said, if you search,
that's really good.
You will find everything about Sean. I'm sorry, Sean.
Yeah. So basically, they're not doxed, but they're not anonymous either. Like, they're not really hiding their names, so you can literally Google them.
Yeah, if you can, you can easily find my name.
That's really good, actually. That's really good, guys.
You see my LinkedIn, all that good stuff.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So, guys, I obviously after AMAs, usually more investors contribute. But I'm not like saying that this is really bad. But why is there like no more BNB added? Like, why do people
Well,
not join?
whitelisted, man. We haven't
Because
sent our whitelist.
I'm new to crypto, by the way, so
We haven't sent in our
sorry about
whitelist
that. Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, so I mean,
We
it's
can't even
all
buy.
yeah. So it's been changed to whitelist, but I mean, it's all about hype. We're just now starting the, I guess, the hype train. I guess you can say we're just starting
Exactly.
our rounds of advertising to get that hype, to get that that urge for everyone to want to buy, and to explain the project to everybody.
Uh-huh.
By the way,
I'm quite new to crypto, guys, so don't mind my questions.
actually,
Please.
you know what?
Don't get offended.
Norse,
No,
yeah,
you're welcome.
I don't know how to
welcome.
I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Yeah, Norskax.
Norskax. Honestly, man, I
Yeah.
think you might be one of the luckiest guy in crypto because you found anti-ruggers early on. Because a lot of people find us after they got rugged, thousands, maybe sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. But honestly, you come in
I
here
see.
this early on, if you stay around, man, you'll probably find a lot of good projects to invest in and prevent yourself from getting rugged a lot.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
mean,
happens
personally, I
early on.
invested like a couple of BNB, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because we all
But I
we
believe
all
in
learned
this
the hard
project.
way. We all learned the hard way. When I started, about a year ago, I got rugged also like the first couple projects, and then I started doing a research, started looking into
man,
things.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, the last project
first
I
project-
got rugged on, I invested 3 BNB. It went up, all the way up to $15,000, and then
Oh my
everything
God.
just disappeared.
They rocked.
Yeah, they rugged like 1 million.
Yeah, we've
but
all been there.
which project was that? The one that rugged a million? Was that the NFT one?
It was Decentral World.
Oh, the Central World. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they did it perfectly, to be honest. I remember the last email they did the last day. That says it was like the CEO was saying like, "Oh, I'm looking forward telling my wife, that we're gonna get rich. I'm gonna tell her she doesn't have to work anymore, blah blah blah." And then as soon as the AMA just disappeared, like as soon as it disappeared, just was a big red candle. They deleted all the websites, everything, because they planned out everything, I think. So yeah.
By the way, so Zoom. We can talk about this a little bit after, because kind of off topic.
Yeah,
After
sure.
we end the recording. All right. So Zoom was saying, which is kind of like that is an issue when there's a new platform, like say Cookie Sale. There's like trust issues, right? A lot of times it's harder to, like I said, like Pink Sale might not be the best, of course, and I don't like them, but they've been around. You're not gonna think twice about connecting your wallet to them and pre-sale. But with the new platform, it's like they have to earn the trust. So a lot of times, it's like I have to create a new wallet and deposit my BNB into the new wallet just in case that one gets hacked or something. I'm not gonna lose all my funds. So that's one thing with the new pre-sale platforms is the trust level, and this is what Zoom was saying. His comment is, new platform for pre-sale is kind of discouraging and requires creating another wallet because it's like a lot of work to contribute because you got to create a new wallet, you got to send BNB in, got to get whitelisted. So you know what I mean. And honestly, that's going to be an issue with any new platform until they prove themselves, right? And
now they have been around for quite a few months now. Like they're not like brand new. So they have a track record. And as far as that I've seen, nothing's sinister has ever happened. So they're not like new. They're just not a household name yet, I guess you can say. But yeah, if you wanted to go research them, they've been around for a minute.
I've heard of cookies before. I've heard a lot of projects launch off cookies. I haven't heard of any issues at all. I do like the fact too that they let you get a refund if you want to mid pre-sale. That's cool.
Yeah, but okay. Other than that, is there any more questions, guys? Any more questions? All right, so there's no more questions. We could have you guys could do like a closing statement. We'll end the recording. We'll do the giveaway, and we could chit chat until the next AMA.
Yeah. If you want to wrap it up.
Yeah, let's choose one person from the team to kind of give a closing statement and recap why you should buy this project.
Yeah. I'll kind of give you, I guess, a rundown on why I think you should buy it. I think it all starts with us as a team. I want to think that we're a great group of guys to invest in. Same thing. I take advice. Like the questions that you asked, they were some super hard questions. Wrote them all down. I love criticism. It helps us grow, helps make us better. We've been working for months now. Put a lot of my own personal capital into this. We plan on keep working after. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing. And then same thing, like I kind of said earlier. I kind of made this project a lot for the little guy to give that level playing field that even if you don't invest thousands of dollars, you can still win thousands of dollars. So, I think that's kind of cool. Excuse me if any of the other guys want to add anything. No, sorry about that.
No problem. You said the main thing.
But yeah, that's like I said.
Yeah,
All right.
I do want to say that just talking to this team in the short time, they really have been open to change and to do whatever is best for the project and for the investors. And I really feel like this has some real potential to build a bunch of hype right before launch. And then even after launch, I feel like we have a lot of utility to bring to the space. And we have a lot of marketability with the project. And I'm really going to help them to really just pump it, and abilities out there and get the eyes on the project. So keep an eye out for it. As soon as you're watching, make sure to get in because we have some huge AMAs coming up as well. So it won't be open very long.
And we're going to be sending our wallets to Days, right, for the whitelist.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay, guys. Okay, so I posted it and pinned it. For if you want to get a whitelist spot, send it to Days work. And also, guys, please join the Telegram. Let's get a hyped in there. I don't even know if I'm in it. I'm joining right now. I think I was in a portal.
Yeah, you're in the portal. but it's doable, I think.
I mean, by the way, guys, yeah, awesome AMA, like pretty cool ideas. That's I like it because it's similar to like what we did with our NanoCap with jackpots and lottery, and it's a lot more fun than Reflections, that's for sure. And it's all about getting that hype, and also like I see that you guys are locking liquidity for 30 days, so you're gonna just like kind of see how it goes and relock it later, like just make sure that there's no issues, right? And then like just relock it once if it's smooth sailing after 30 days.
Yep, exactly. A lot of people, warned us not to do any extended period of lock time just in case there are any issues. So yeah, that's exactly the thought process behind it.
It's very important, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I did too. Also with ours, just locked it for 30 days, and I relocked it for 6 months. And by the way, I know you guys are launching on cookie sale, and one of the benefits is that 2% of the raise, and instead of 5% for pink sale, and also that they don't have any tokens. I think pink sale does 2% tokens, 2% raise, or 5% raise. And I want you guys to know that we are also launching our own launch pad soon. So keep an eye out for that one. Our next NanoCap is actually going to probably be launching in the next week or two. We're going to start marketing actually probably around tomorrow. And it's going to be it's going to be very unique. Yeah. It's going to be unique launch pad, different than anything that you have seen so far. It's not going to have no gas wars. It's not going to have, even the contributions are not going to be the same as they are now. Because I think the issue with launch pads or pre-sales is kind of like you have people on the fence. If it doesn't sell out in 10 seconds, a lot of times people are on the fence and they want to see someone else contribute before they jump, right? So you can have like 1,000 BNB worth of buy pressure, but you need like someone to put in like 100, 200 BNB first before everyone else jumps in. So you could have like 0 buys, even though 1,000 BNB is waiting until the ball gets rolling. And I think that's one of the issues with the way pre-sales have been running, especially in a bear market. But of course, if it's hyped up and there's 5,000 BNB in buy pressure, but only 500 BNB in whitelist, and of course, it's going to fill instantly. But like the case nowadays we've been seeing is a lot of times it's just you got to give them the push. Someone has to start contributing, and then everyone else kind of jumps in after they see that all people are actually buying it up. But I think that the fact that you guys have whitelist, that once people get whitelisted, I'm sure they will probably start joining in. Oh yeah, it's good. We'll see how it goes. Awesome AMA.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yep.
I really
Thank
think
you
once
very
we
much.
start targeting the Doge holders, because it's going to be so easy to do. I think it actually can start to really light a fire under this one. So I'm excited to be working with them.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's
As long
the
as you guys don't
reason why
know
we
your
have
5% team
Condola.
tokens on us.
Right.
That's great. Thank you for the AMA. I hope you
Yep.
guys will join our Telegram group. You can be part of our community. We have really nice guys in there. And yeah, what else to say? Just check for Doge, stay and play.
Yes, awesome. I see there's at least over 15, 20 members that have joined. So yeah, guys, everyone that's in here, guys, honestly, I encourage you, to check it out, do your own research. If you want to get a white spot, this might be a pretty good project. If you're low market cap, low chance of basically low risk, because team tokens is only 5%, and also that the KYC and docs at Conda Labs. And they know what they're doing. They answer the questions. They didn't blame me for asking the wrong questions or anything like that. So that's good.
Man.
Yeah. So good project. And I'm gonna close it right now. And then after that, we'll do the giveaway, and then we just chit chat, and just anything crypto related or whatever for all the new members.
But yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.